feeling cold and empty, but I know it's only temporary. On a rainy day, I might find my serenity, wrapped in all the things that might destroy me. Am I dissociating, or is it just Tuesday? Miles Davis and Jimmy Cobb is kind of a blue day. I pray that I don't get murdered because of my hue day. I pray that I ain't the next trainee corpse on a news day. When isolation's a safety, it still conspire to break me. Niggas are atheists, too afraid to publicly praise me, so they publicly hate me. Privately try to date me, while cis women can only add pussy to conversation lately. I get it, blah, blah, blah. I can't just date a baby. Is there a brain in that womb, or did you make a trade in? Niggas want MMA, but too coward to put the weight in. Get off my dick, are we fornicating? Yo, you dealing with a bitch that care about that piece, luckily. Otherwise, I slap you in the face and break your other cheek. Niggas offended by my existence every fucking week. Why am I super glued to niggas that got no love for me? I'm above being the goofy nigga accessory. Fuck your Tinder door, it gets swipes to the left of me. Nowadays, you gotta pay tribute to get the best of me. You get that stream cut in a hurry like a vasectomy. On a rainy day, I'm feeling cold and empty, but I know it's only temporary. On a rainy day, I might find my serenity, wrapped in all the things that might destroy me.
Well, so it is a song that does talk about, it talks a lot about like my experience, just like as a human being moving through the world, and hoping that if there is a listener who feels some kind of resonance with it, my hope is that they, especially regarding the hook being on a rainy day, I'm feeling cold and empty, but I know it's only temporary. And I think about that, like, hopefully that can be a mantra for people some days on their low days. Hopefully that can be something they lean into. So I hope that they get the honesty piece. I also hope that they understand that this is coming from a place of a person's identity that is complicated and layered, just like theirs. And I hope they feel valid in that as well. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
It's a very raw and honest performance. I'm curious to know, were you in that place when you wrote it, or were you not in that place and reflecting on that emotion? And if you were the latter, how did you find solace and a way out of that, I guess, pain and conflict?
Music will get me through what I'm feeling in this moment. I'm also, I'm in therapy. I highly recommend that people consider therapy, as a way to help process their emotions and to do it. And when I can't always be in front of my therapist, there's music. And on my low days, especially, music helps me cope until I'm strong enough to pull myself back out. And music helps me get out of that as well. It's one of those things that is such an all-rounding, all-encompassing part of my life where, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, music is either in my ear or on my mind. And when I am in those low places, depending on what I'm listening to, the music is exactly what I need. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is a song that does talk about it, especially in the first verse. There's a lot of discussion around like, like there's a lyric that's why am I super glued to niggas that got no love for me? This idea of like, if we as people are so bothersome, why are we such the subject of conversation? It's like the Mariah Carey, why are you so obsessed with me? I'm just like, what's the deal? What is the deal? No, I do feel I feel a responsibility as an artist to bring that discussion to the table whenever I can, because it is still, an under discussed issue. And in general, it's also about like the humanity of us. It's also about the like, we have these feelings. We're not just like a story or some kind of like weird plot twist in your television show or like some joke on your Netflix special. Like, we're not just that, so I do feel a bit of responsibility in some of the content that I produce to reflect what folks are dealing with. And in a lot of ways, telling my own story is helping other people. At least I hope. I hope that telling my story, because I try to come from a very personal perspective a lot of the time, gives other people an opportunity to feel validated in what they're dealing with as trans people. Because I find that like from trans person to trans person, though we're all different and individual people, the systemic shit that pushes against us comes from similar places. And I think part of why I do focus so much on trans identity is because there's still so little focus on it in the mainstream world. It's changed. It's definitely changed. Like,
How?
I think younger generations are moving the flow. Honestly, I think we live in the digital age. A lot of these things are easier to talk about because there's easier access to information. I think we can learn a lot more. We can learn faster in these particular settings, and I think that allows us, and it allows generations younger than us, the ability to self-actualize early, as like, I am learning who I am earlier than I might have had I been 20 years from now, where the idea of gender identity was still a very under discussed topic. So now, like, at the very least, people are getting to experience trans history. They're getting to experience the present of the trans art world, which happens now a lot faster too, because we don't always have to go through record labels. I never thought, when I was a kid, especially knowing what the little I knew about how the industry worked, that like I could just go online one day and speak my piece, and just do it. So like now I have the opportunity, so I want to take it and strike while the iron's hot so that the discussion doesn't get lost.